New construction, just so you're aware, that's not a cash flow play, that's an equity play. So what that means is even if there's a preferred return, oftentimes there's what they call a preferred return of 5 or 6%. That starts to accrue the moment you put your money in, but you don't receive cash flow from it. So if for people that are cash flow investors and they're looking to have mailbox money, an apartment complex, from the time they purchase the land to the time they get it rezoned to the time that they get plumbing and everything put in and streets built and plans approved by the city council, that's a 2 to 3 year gig, right? By the time they're actually in the lease up phase, could be 2 years, might be 18 months, but usually it's 3 years, right? And until it's leased up and cash flowing, and maybe the goal is to sell it, that's when they would reimburse those preferred returns we just talked about, as well as a back-end equity. So that's what we call a bag of money equity play, a bag of money play, where at the back end, when that 3 years, 18 months to 3 years goes by, or maybe they're just going to continue to bank that, have it as a 7-year sale, lease it up, enjoy the cash flow for a while. So once it's leased up, you do start to receive mailbox money or whatever the projections are. But that's definitely not an upfront cash flow play. And that's fine, because usually because there is no cash flow, there's better returns involved in that. There's also more faith involved in that it's not a 5-year deal and that it's actually an 18-month deal like they projected. So there's a lot of moving parts there. Who the founders are is a very, very significant thing to talk about, like what their experience is, how many deals they've done, have they taken one full cycle? Full cycle being we bought the land, we raised the money, and we did one of these deals before and we sold it, and therefore we have proof, we have evidence that the people that are doing this can do it again, right? So that's pretty important to know. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And even if the person that's doing the presenting hasn't taken one, we call it full circle, right? If he hasn't taken one full circle, if the people he's working with have, that's great. Another question I always ask is what type of money are they putting in the deal themselves? And it amazes me how much people aren't putting money in their own deals. Like generally, even people that are coming up can put in $50,000 to $100,000 of their own money to at least say they've got some skin in the game, right? I think, and that's pretty important as well to know. Yeah. So, and I'll give you an example. Like for right now, we're raising money for 2 deals. I have a 100-unit complex and a 50-unit complex. I've sent that information out to a couple of you, and that is both a cash flow play and an equity play.